Hello everyone, Losty here. It's May 13th, 2021, and I will be talking about the brand new Whirlwind Legend released today, Altema. So she is a nice looking woodland elf legend that comes with a new mechanic, hallucination. This mechanic is pretty much the opposite of the fear mechanic that Catharsis has. She can put the entire team minus the enemy GK into this hallucination state for 2 minutes, and it only enables the enemy players to either steal or penetrate, or only use actives that steal or penetrate. So this puts the enemy team into very odd scenarios, like the defender attacking into your own GK line, or an assist or striker trying to break through instead of passing or shooting. This also means leaders like Pang cannot really use the cleansing actives to remove this effect, unlike against the fear effect that Catharsis has, which they can cleanse. By the way, this is the third legend in a row I have on video going all the way up to 275 draws, without a single legend in between. So 1% honestly is a lie. Comment if you agree. Let's go ahead and start by taking a look at her skill set, then showing these skills in action in GSL. Her active is a 6-minute cooldown steal that also steals 50 spirit, which is pretty nice. This active is also one of the triggers for her first passive, which is that hallucination on the enemy team. Every 5 minutes after the match begins, gains hallucination charge. Charge triggers upon her using the active or getting disabled. This puts the enemy team into hallucination, minus the GK of course, for 2 minutes, decreasing reflex and increasing incoming damage by 30%. Her second passive is used to decrease max HP and critical resistance of enemies on her vertical line whenever she's attacked, up to 3 stacks, lasting the entire match. So it's slightly better to place her in one of the center vertical positions to make sure this debuff gets on the enemy GK. Third passive recovers her own action by 30%, not to exceed 80, and spirit by 15 whenever enemies in the position makes a pass. So this very last passive can make her be played either offensively in the front row, since the enemy GK will almost always be making a pass after getting shot at. Alternatively, she can also be placed in the back row to quickly recover action against utility front lines that pass a lot, so then she can make that steal. Now there is somewhat of a negative to playing her in the back line. She really offers no defensive capabilities, which means she'll be replacing one of your other defenders, which may inadvertently weaken your own GK. But then again, with everybody using Stern, who cares about defense totems anyways when you can just keep blocking, am I right? So what do I think of her? Well, I think she's a very pretty player, so that alone is enough to spend crystals for her. But jokes aside, I think she is pretty average for usability. If you're going to use her in the defensive line, definitely be aware she will take away from your defenses by not having defensive totems, so take advantage of her third passive offensively to reduce the number of times you could potentially get shot at. It is also somewhat difficult to have her disabled if you play her in the center back, so hallucination triggers don't trigger as often as one would like. If you decide to play her in the front, it also somewhat takes away from your offensive ability, but at the same time, hallucination will definitely trigger a lot more often. Overall, she could be a pretty fun addition to make for some wacky games with hallucination triggers, but nothing really game-breaking in my opinion. Last thing, if you do decide to draw for her, make sure to go visit the debut shop and claim that limited time chibi. It's very cute with her riding that little frog. Well, that's it for this video. If you found this video interesting or helpful, be sure to hit that like, subscribe. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one.